Yo, how's everyone doing? Welcome back to Final Fantasy XVI. So this is gonna be the last batch of side quests before we do the DLC. So the last batch of side quests I thought I would complete like 2 days ago, which didn't happen, but I guess fine. I've been seeing, wait, let me volume down on my phone in case I like click a YouTube video or something by accident. So I've been seeing a lot of Magic content lately. Magic the Gathering, the card game, because I downloaded the Pokemon, you know, the new Pokemon game, the collecting card game on phone. I think it's called Pokemon TCG Pocket. Oh, right, I know it's this quest that we're doing, just moving around. And I wanted to get into battles, but the battles in the Pokemon TCG Pocket game are like, if you don't have if you don't have luck with the packs, you're done for. Like, it's pretty difficult, and then you gotta buy packs and that, which I'm not doing. I'm still playing the Pokemon TCG. I'm just going with the packs I get daily and the daily mission time skips that we get. Using those whenever I get it. But it made me interested in finding a card game that was more about playing, because for collecting I'd go with Pokemon 100%. And I've played Yu-Gi-Oh before, so I said, what about giving Magic a try? I've been playing Magic Arena. It's been pretty fun, and then I've been watching Wobby doing some of the unboxings of the like classic packs. It's been pretty fun. Anyway, bitrate seems to be good. Yesterday the bitrate was so and so. It's better than the day before, but not perfect. Let's see how it does today. Hopefully it'll be even better. Why every time I say that it goes into the red, it's like it listens to me. Like it listens to me, and when I say bitrate, it just goes all the way down to the red. Anyway, it went back up immediately. That's normal-ish. Let's see. Yeah, we heard this yesterday, but I guess we'll hear again just for. So why not?
Clive, my boy! Rutherford informs me that we owe you our thanks. Hadn't intended for you to get involved, but such are the times we live in, huh?
Yep.
I would have done the same for anyone else.
You're far too modest, Clive. You'd make a terrible nobleman. But tell me, is the realm truly in as dire a state as Rutherford suggests?
From what little I saw, you were right to be worried.
I suppose I should have expected the worst. But I was rather hoping the great and good of the realm might have things a little more under control. Alas,
brother, the skies were literally falling.
Short supply these
so I don't know what you were
days,
expecting.
It, the people are bound to lose their way. We must move quickly.
But where do we start?
True, the challenges that face us are many. But in my estimation, there are two key areas to be addressed before any other. The realm's armies and her larders. As you've
what does
seen
larders
firsthand,
means again?
It's every man and woman for themselves out there. Certain cities have banded together to try and maintain some semblance of order, yes? But such cases are few and far between. And yet, the only remedy for the chaos that faces us is unity. A unity that transcends even the borders laid down by our ancestors. In short,
Right.
if Storm does not stand together, she will fall apart.
But how would one even begin to unite the realm?
The armies, my boy. As I told you already, we begin by restoring order among the ranks of those sworn to maintain it. Sadly, I doubt I could convince even the lowliest gaggle of privates to dig a latrine together. But I do know someone the High Commanders have been known to listen to on occasion. Field Marshal Eugen Havel.
I remember
thought he
this
was
guy.
retired.
I said it last time from the
He
cutscene.
was,
We remember
until
him.
an Akashic army tore through Randalar and killed most of the rank and file.
We saw him with Byron in
There
that
is
cutscene.
no man alive more capable. Literally. And as luck would have it, I've already spoken with him on the matter,
Of course you have.
and he's agreed to help. On one condition, that he first speaks with you personally.
All right,
Havel
we'll
has
go
always
speak with
been a
him.
man of frustratingly rigid principle, and he has certain qualms about clasping arms with, well, with an outlaw. I extolled your many virtues as best I could, of course, but the old goat was adamant that he be allowed to appraise you in person. You don't mind, do you, my boy?
Not at all, if that is your wish.
Of course not. As long as chaos reigns, we will never build a better world. I'll do whatever it takes. And if the Field Marshal wishes to speak with me in person, then so be it.
That's the spirit.
I'll leave for Randalar at once. Would you send a Stolas?
Of course. Rutherford is already in the Dalmekian capital. I'll have him tell Havel to expect you forthwith.
Excellent. Thank you, Uncle.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, thank you, Clive.
All right. So let's go speak with this
Don't
Havel.
worry, my boy. Rutherford is in Randalar this very moment, singing your praises to all and sundry. They'll adore you.
Why do I feel like that is not what's gonna happen? Before we set off, let's just make sure that we have our potions, our things, and our last elixir, which we have never used. Like, we've died and nope. I'm guessing this is something for the final game. It's even grayed out. You see it? It's grayed out. Item unavailable at this time. I'm betting. What if we put it here? Last elixir. And we'll save and try to use it. Just to see if it's possible. Maybe we have to die and then use it. Maybe that's how it is. Because I would Google it, but I don't want to Google it just in case this is used like in the final mission. Like, this is maybe an item you have to have, otherwise you die or something. So who knows? We could just try it out, but what? Anyway, we have all that we need. Let's just teleport to. Wait. I just remembered something as well. I believe if we all go over here to where the quests are, over there, to the... What was the place's name? I don't remember.
There's something about it. I feel like it's...
To over there, this guy who has all the quests.
I don't mean the crystal is
Massive. Aye. Fancy a look at the list, do
The
you?
Alliant reports.
Anything catch your eye?
And we go to the quest that we are doing. Oh. You could teleport from here.
Think you can help?
Currently not for these quests. So we'll just have to go to Bucklet and ride all the way down to the Publican Gate.
Do you see that too?
Oh, I was wondering, like, is he talking about the crystal? Yeah, there it is. You can see it clearly.
Papa? What is it? Oh, please. Just make it stop. I'm scared.
Yeah. I'd be fucking scared if a crystal just started flowing in the air too after destroying a whole city.
Come on.
Because judging by the shockwave that it generated when it first lifted, everyone in that city is dead. Like dead. Like they wouldn't have survived that shockwave. Oh, might as well charge our Tetsuken. Oh, it's already charged. All right. I'll just deal with them quickly then. Oh. Evaded? Nice, okay. Here you go. Then both of you can eat this one. It's not that far away. It looked on the map. It looked like it was far away. But now that we made the trip here, it's actually pretty close. Let's see. There's like a bunch of soldiers here.
Rutherford, can it?
Oh, they didn't even let him in. I told you. I told you it was not gonna be as easy as Byron thought it would. Yeah, that's Rutherford.
Turncoats and cowards, the lot
And
of
that's
you!
Ava.
If it's a fight you want, it's a fight you shall have!
Allow me.
Oh, straight into a
I don't
fight?
need
Nice.
yours.
Please, Field Marshal, oblige him.
This won't take long.
You're right. It won't.
Motherfucker does not know that I can send Tetsuken the shit out of him.
Finish him.
Finish him. You're not even gonna get one hit in. You know that, right? Yep. One hit. That's all it took. God, I love that Sentetsuken.
A little longer than I'd have liked.
What do you mean a little longer? We literally killed them all in one hit.
Field Marshal Havel, I presume. Are either of you injured?
No, my lord. You arrived just as our escort turned on us.
So just in time then.
Fucking traitors. I'd heard reports of soldiers in the outlying regions abandoning the oaths they swore. But I hadn't thought the corruption had reached so close to the heart of the Republic. It's a fucking disgrace.
Yeah, what were you expecting?
Your interfering old bastard of an uncle tried to warn me, of course. My lord Marquis. Or is Sid the Outlaw more to your liking?
Either one.
Call me what you want. It doesn't change who I am. Or the urgency of the message I bring. My uncle has a plan to right the realm, and he needs your help to see it through.
Before I agree to anything, I'd have you answer one question.
Alright, what is your question?
What do you stand to gain from all this?
Nothing?
I won't deny that I might benefit from further chaos. But I seek a new beginning for all of us. And while the choices I've made may not always have been the right ones, I know I made them for the right reasons. For so long, so many of us have been told how we could live, how we could die, when it should have been our decision all along. Now, we have a chance to put things right.
Alright, he worded it better than just
But
nothing.
in order to take it, we must stand together. Even if it be beside those with whom we don't see eye to eye.
Certainly not the words I expected from an outlaw. But perhaps your uncle was right. You are no ordinary outlaw.
It's just the name, brother.
I'll never hear the end of this. All right. I'll start by ordering my most trusted guard to bring the Dalmekian fringes under control. Next, I'll make contact with my counterparts in the Imperial Army and see if I can't convince them to try and restore order in their own territory.
Thank you, Field Marshal.
But they are not the only ones we will need to convince.
Tell me where to
What do
go.
you mean?
I don't doubt that I can bully some sense into a few generals. But those they answer to require a different kind of persuasion. And when it comes to honeyed words, well, we will need an envoy. One who can court even the most stubborn of statesmen. You, perhaps.
Yeah,
I'm
I said.
flattered.
Tell me where to
I'm
go.
no diplomat either. And
Well,
I
that
have
is
other
true.
problems to attend to. What we need is a skilled arbitrator. And I may know just the person.
Byron?
Is that so? And would he happen to be an outlaw too?
Of a different kind, perhaps.
Beggars can't be choosers.
Well, no.
I suppose we'll
I
all
mean,
have to find a little
don't-
of
I'm
the
not sure who
outlaw
he's talking
ourselves
about.
if we're to make it through this. Very well. Send your man to me right away.
I shall.
My Lord Marquis,
Yeah, Rutherford?
your Lord Uncle bade me escort the Field Marshal to his manor in Port Isolde.
And I will see that my associate joins you there.
Very good, my lord.
Who are... Otto, maybe? Is it Otto? It could be Otto.
An envoy. I'm not sure I'm the man to talk anyone round.
No, but
I
we
can
are the
barely
one to
convince
fight.
my brother to take his medicine. No. This is a job for someone with experience. Someone like Quentin. I hope I can convince him at least.
Quentin. The name... I know we've met him before. I don't remember who is Quentin. Fuck, who is Quentin? Oh, this guy. Yes. Okay. I remember. Quentin. He's the one from Lost Wing. The one who did everything for revenge. It's this way, right? Yeah. Can I call in my chocobo?
Ambrosia won't help me here.
Oh, probably because it's ether flooded. And we are here, so why even summon Ambrosia at this point? I believe we can go up through here, yes. Quentin, have I got a job for you?
Quentin, I have a proposal for you.
Or a proposal, whatever you want to call it.
Something tells me you'll be asking more of me than a cask of Gotand gold.
Mm-hmm.
Go on then. Propose. You'd have me convince the chiefs and chamberlains of the realm that they should simply swallow their pride and do the one thing that has proved impossible for thousands of years. Was there anything else? Perhaps I can fetch you a meat pie as well.
I mean, if you
I know
want.
it's a lot to ask, but I can think of none better suited to the role.
And you'd have me give up what little I have left to do it. I told you, Clive. The people of Lost Wing are my family, and I cannot abandon them. You'll have to find someone else.
I'm sorry to hear that.
So am I.
And why might that be?
What he's asking. How's it any different to what you've done so far? They want you to speak for those who can't speak for themselves. That's what you do best. If it's the vineyard you're worried about, we'll see that the grapes are picked and the tons filled. You know we will.
It's not that.
Then what is it? You said yourself we're family. Don't you trust us?
You know that's not what I'm...
Then what are you saying? That only we are worth saving? Why turn your back on everyone else? You convinced us we could build new lives for ourselves, and if you can do that, who's to say you couldn't convince the entire realm?
A stirring argument. I fear that any rejoinder I make might fall somewhat flat by comparison.
So you'll join us?
Where do you need me?
I already forgot
Field
where.
Marshal Havel will want to speak with you in person. He's
Port
currently in
Isolde.
Port Isolde. I can
Isolde.
arrange for a party of curse breakers to accompany you there.
That would be very much appreciated. I hear the roads are far from safe these days.
Hopefully not for long.
Yeah, we've killed everything that's like really,
My uncle will want to know that his plan is taking
really
shape.
bad. So you'll probably just have bandits and
Any
idiots.
statesmen we speak with are liable to resist our entreaties if they feel that what little power remains to them is at stake.
They must be dealt with skillfully. I shall not repeat the errors of my past.
Reckon
Alright,
Master
thank you,
Quentin could
Burr.
argue an egg back up a hen's quim if he set his mind to it.
Also, Bidry's been good so far. It's been like 20 minutes. But yesterday was good for 20 minutes, and then like at the 25, 35, after an hour it started randomly just shitting the bed. I don't think this is the end of this quest
Uncle.
line.
I bring good news. The Field Marshal has agreed to your plan.
Or maybe it
Of course
is.
he has. I didn't doubt you for a moment, dear boy.
I think there might be a
Rutherford is
part 2.
accompanying him back to your manor in Porter's Alder as we speak. They will await your return there. As will one other.
One other? Who, exactly?
Lord Havel was concerned that even if he could get the realm's armies to agree to an accord, he might not be as successful in convincing those with political power. He asked if I might have a solution, and I suggested a certain Imperial Lord Magistrate turned Liberator.
One of your co-conspirators?
Master Quinton would probably call me one of his. But yes,
Another outlaw, then. Just the thing we need to put these rotten politicos in their places. Good thinking, Clive.
I'm glad you approve.
The more the merrier, eh?
Uncle, assuming Havel and Quinton can solve our problem with the armies, you still haven't mentioned how we might manage the grain shortages.
Oh, don't you worry, my boy. The 7 high houses will be seeing to that. They have all agreed to make the most generous of donations. Oh, of course, it did take a little persuasion, but luckily I had some unexpected help.
Unexpected. Yeah, from who?
Why, you, my boy. Rumor has it that you rescued the Lady Ariane's head steward Rockford from a horde of bloodthirsty bandits.
We
It
did?
was more of a handful.
Well, the old battle axe was so pleased. She had a shipload of talents delivered to my private docks by the next new moon. And when the other houses saw the parsimonious old crone's purse strings finally loosen, they as good as tripped over themselves in the rush to follow suit.
I'm happy to hear it.
Now, I must be getting back to the manor. Join us there at your earliest convenience, would you?
Of course, Uncle.
Okay, there you go. You see? There was a part 2. There is a part 2. We'll do it right away. No point in oh, it auto-teleported us.
And how, pray tell, will we get that grain to the capital if the roads are still overrun with Akashic?
You find another bloody road. I only have so many men, and I'm not about to send them headlong into an ether flood. That is, unless you'd have them turn as well.
Well, I'd certainly eat less.
Says the man with a belly bigger than a band of curls. My soldiers actually need their rations. Without any food to keep them going,
I think these two really
they'll
like
be
each other.
dead
That's
even
not
before you
sarcasm.
sent them on your fool's errand.
If I may, gentlemen, perhaps I might suggest an alternative approach. Though supply routes are indeed disrupted, there is no shortage of ships. Indeed, they bob away in every bay from here to Randalar, awaiting a safe haven. Allow them to make port and fill their bellies full of grain. And once those who crowd the cities are fed, ferry the displaced back to the countryside to work the fallow fields. But I'm sure that you wish to continue your discussion. Forgive the interruption. 2 such firm friends as yourselves need no help from the likes of me. Rutherford spoke fondly of the great bond between you.
Us? Friends? I can't stand the man.
No, brother, you
I'm
two
beginning
love
to
each
question
other.
the quality of the company you keep.
And what kind of company were you expecting him to keep? The man's a criminal.
Criminal? How dare you? You are not fit to breathe the same air as this fine, upstanding young gentleman.
Upstanding? He calls himself Sid the Bloody Outlaw.
That is true.
Once more onto the breach.
But you know, the name's just ornamental. We're not actually outlaws. We do good stuff.
Shall we begin again? What we seek here is not to create a new nation, nor to claim the thrones of those that already exist. We wish simply to bring stability to the realm that mankind might weather the current storm. And to do that, we must convince those in power, the generals, the statesmen, the nobles, that our cause is just. There will be disagreements, yes. And I imagine some resistance, much resistance.
Yeah, I was gonna say
But
some
we
resistance.
cannot let that deter us. If we show them the path, show them that we walk it ourselves, then I am confident they will follow. The fate of the world lies in my nephew's hands, but the well-being of
More
her
than
people lies
in
in
one
ours.
way, but yes.
And we must not squander the chance that Clive has given us.
Uncle Byron,
Now, with that settled, let's move on to the signing of the Accord. For what great moment in history hasn't been accompanied by a little ceremony?
Maybe this is just a one-part quest.
Citizens of Valisthea, I present to you the Tri-Unity. Rutherford, Mike Will.
Yeah, this seems like a one-parter. Thought it was gonna be a second part, but no.
Well, my boy, the stage is set.
that it is.
What should actually have a part 2 now that I
This
say
is
that?
the role you were born for. Now I ask only that you trust in the talents of your supporting cast. We shall play our parts to the best of our abilities, that you might have the opportunity to shine. The realm needs its Sir Crandall. And there is no better Crandall than you, Clive. I want you to keep this signed accord as proof of our faith in you.
Yep, just
I
one
will.
part. That sign accord is what he's gonna
Thank
put
you,
in
Uncle.
his bed chambers. Okay. Oh, and we got the Tri-Unity Accord, Curiosity. Reduce the Heaven's Cloud cooldown by 2.1 seconds. Alright. We don't use this ability. Although people said it was really good, but we'll see. We got the max renown. The renown that we needed.
What do you think that thing is?
Why did they leave us down here? They just teleported me upstairs. Anyway, it's not that big of a deal. Go over to... what's her name? Desiree? Yep, there you go. She has something new. Also gonna give us one achievement.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Is everything we've received and everything promised?
Every epic starts with a single word. Every symphony, a single note. This is but the beginning, and for Earth shall your legend be told. For Earth shall your legacy be sung. To sail forbidden seas, orchestration, and fallen enigma.
All yours.
Obtain all available items from your patrons.
Best of luck out there, Sid.
That's the quest. It's basically get max renown. Now let's see what the new song is. Also, go to items. Here? No. There's that thing. And then a cracked what? Info. No, the one we just got is to sail forbidden seas. And then let's do here, fallen enigma. The several thousands of years since the fallen came crashing down. Oh, it's one of those. Valuable that can be traded for gil. Probably see how many of those we have since we're here anyway. I don't think we've sold valuables to Charon in a long time.
Aye, it's a dangerous world out there.
So yeah, you see, in a long time we haven't sold valuables. 26, well, basically 27,000. 26,600.
Finished, are you?
Yep. Then there's a new song that we have. Let's hear it. And there's also a bunch of songs that we have to buy from from the sellers around the world, which I might do that later on, just to probably an achievement for that, just to get it. I don't think I'll do it on stream. I saw the song and then it completely... Still Forbidden Risk. Oh, this song, nice. We'll leave the normal song, the one that we currently have on. Then we'll do Joshua's quest last. We'll read our missives, I think is what they call them. I'll read the missives first, and then we have 2 quests right here. So, let's see. Here, not long removed from when last you placed yourself between us and peril, I sit and pen yet another letter in which I try to find the words to somehow express the gratitude of an entire town. Still, something feels different about our latest triumph. Where in the past we leaned ever so heavily upon your good graces, this time we found strength elsewhere, in ourselves. Our hardships have shown us that which should... It's kind of worded weirdly. Our hardships have shown us that which should have been apparent all along. Oh no, I'm just a fucking idiot. Our hardships have shown us that which should have been apparent all along. We are not as different as we want to believe. Does a peasant love his homeland any less than a noble? Does a bearer love his family any less than another man does his own? It's this love that has united us and given us true strength. Should every thrall, Akashic bandit and brigand in the realm come charging our gates, we will not fret. We will not falter, we will fight. And we will win. My Lord Marquis, I write to thank you for the kind consideration you have shown for those whose names are written within the pages of the Book of Martyrs. Know that it would move deeply to know that the first shield of the Phoenix laments their passing. Though each and every member of our order stands ready to sacrifice their lives in service of the Phoenix, I do not doubt that those who are taken before their time go with regret for the long years of duty left undone. That they should live on in the memory of a proud son of House Rosfield such as yourself shall surely go some way to soothe their sorrows. May the Phoenix flame burn ever in your heart. The real bearer of the burning quill. I am not so foolish to believe that a single shaming at the hands of the town urchins can dispel a lifetime of hatred built up in one's heart, just as a pot cannot be made clean by reminding it of its grime. It takes effort, persistence, and more often than not a stiff brush and bucket of lye. But more than that, it takes time. Fortunately, your courage and leadership has granted us just that. We must now decide whether to embrace or to waste it. A wise man once said, "The night is always darkest before dawn." It is a good thing then that I count one who burns so bright amongst my friends. What, you didn't think I was just saying that stuff about hiding my engine, did you? You wouldn't know. I've already a fine spot picked out and everything. But if you're going to go on this grand adventure, you'll need to be quick about your business with that bloody god of yours. Take too long and somebody more clever might beat you to the prize. I suppose, in that case, I could bury you one of my lesser inventions. Goodness knows I've countless. Ella seems fond of the silver bow we gave her. So much so she's been taking to setting it atop her belly as she rests. To hear her tell it, the rascal kicks sometimes fierce when she does too. Sounds like we've another fighter in our hands, and none too soon. I can hardly wait to teach our newest little cursebreaker everything I know. Though I suppose we can all celebrate first. No need to get ahead of ourselves now. Okay, now... Reluctant as I am to add to your burdens, I would ask your aid in a personal matter, albeit one that may be beneficial to your cause. There exist ancient texts deemed so injurious to modern thoughts that mere possession is deemed a crime. And it was a chance encounter with one such tome from a distance that sparked within me the scholastic curiosity which burns to this very day. I wish to enlist your aid in reclaiming that text. Should you require further incentive, know that I am willing to offer compensation for services rendered. Sure, I'll go help you, Vivian.
Something tells me this is no mere adventure story.
Yep. Who knows where the heck she's gonna send us. I only hope we have a good hunt level fight. Or close. I just hope it's not a up to 1,000,000 people quest. That's it. Which is probably not. The tome is probably somewhere that's filled with Akashic. Probably.
Vivian, I read your note, and I'd be happy to help you find the book you're looking for.
Thank you, Clive.
Just tell me where to go.
Tracking it down will not be easy. Are you sure?
Please. You have always granted me your wisdom and insight whenever I asked. It's only right that I return the favor. Or at least attempt to.
You are too kind. Alas, what I ask of you is rather more trying than delivering the odd lecture. I spoke with Harpocrates to see if he had any inkling as to where another copy might be found, but...
What?
But perhaps it is best that you hear the details from him.
If you say so.
Forgive me, Clive, for asking this of you. But this book, it set me on the path to becoming who I am today. Its importance cannot be overstated.
I understand, don't worry. Tell me where to find your book. Yeah, Bidri seems to be doing good. Hopefully this... I'm not even gonna say it. You know what I'm gonna say. Hopefully this problem is over. There, I said it. Is the Bidri gonna completely crash now? No? Good. So annoying to have to deal with that bitrate. There. Went straight to the red. I told you. It's like it listens to me. And back up immediately. Well, at least it's doing better than before. Right, Harpocrates.
Clive, my boy. What a pleasure it is to see you.
Harpocrates. There's something I need to ask you. I've been charged with locating a book called From a Distance.
Then you seek a rare gem indeed. One whose name I had not thought to hear from your lips. You've been
Vivian
talking
asked.
to Vivian.
Right as always. But she didn't seem keen to tell me very much. I take it she didn't like what you had to say.
And yet I gather it did naught to dissuade her. Clive, if the young professor has tasked you with obtaining a copy, I fear she asks the impossible. The executors would not allow it.
The who?
The executors.
Coveters of Secrets. A clandestine organization committed to the collection and intenebration of forbidden texts and technologies.
Intenebration?
One such text being the tome Vivian seeks, chronicling as it does the true history of the enslavement of bearers.
Well, I guess that just means like prohibiting it from coming into other hands.
Ever to become widely known, or so rumor has it. I've never actually read the thing, or even set eyes on it for that matter.
How is it that I haven't heard of this organization?
Why, secrecy is the executor's watchword. They lurk in the shadows, emerging only to seize that which must be seized, be it books, inventions, or people, before disappearing again.
We let them
leaving
seize
nary a
us,
trace.
and
Which would
then take the
explain
book.
why Vivian's copy was snatched from her grasp not long after she found it.
By the hand of the executors, yes.
But what drives them? Self-interest or ideology?
Fine question.
Both, probably.
Sadly, all that is known of the executors can be recounted in
I
a
feel
single
that this
breath.
quest is gonna take
You
us
may just as soon ask me of their origins,
talking to 1,000,000
numbers,
people.
or the identities of their leaders.
Any answer I give would be pure speculation.
Then my hunt was doomed from the first. What was Vivian expecting? That I'd pluck it from thin air?
No, that we
Not from
find and
thin
kill
air,
them,
no.
probably.
From ash. Rumors of the executors are rife among the scholars of Storm, but rather less so across the strait. I have a friend. Well, I had a friend in the village of Garnick, a collector of rare tomes, upon which subject we would oft correspond. Alas, I have heard naught from him since the skies fell dark. And no doubt he too has turned. But though he did not mention it by
maybe
name,
not.
it is possible that a surviving copy of From a Distance yet rests upon one of his many shelves, quietly awaiting discovery. If you were, by some chance, able to save even a single book from the poor man's library, I know his soul would rest easier.
Very well. When I next find myself in Waloed, I'll be sure to pay Garnick a visit.
Okay, so maybe, okay, we don't have to talk with a million people. I thought the quest was gonna send us like, maybe if you talk with this person, they'll know, and then that person will be like, oh, I don't know, but maybe you talk to this person, they'll know, and so on and so forth. Really? All the way back there? This is where we fought the King Behemoth, which... hell of a fight. And by that I mean... for the Behemoth, not for us. Wonder if we'll be able to get to level 50. Well, we will for sure be able to get to level 50 before the final mission. I was gonna say from doing all the side quests. Just charge our center token because I know that we're gonna have to use it at the objective. Who's casting Cure? Oh, this is the mage. Nope, we're done. What's the guy with Warcry? Oh, done. If I can put them, I think there, it'll hit all three of them. Almost.
Come on.
Right, let's go on, Brocha. We gotta take a right up here. What is that? Why is there just someone there? Oh, it's an ogre, okay. Just wanted to see what enemy it was. I'm not gonna waste my time with the ogre. He's not even a hunt, so...
The entire village looks abandoned. Now, which house would a bookworm live in?
The big one, probably. Otherwise, I don't think he'd have the money to get such books as the forbidden text that our Hippocrates told us about. The Moogle. A spirit or sprite appears more often in Valisthea folktales than the humble Moogle. While they are occasionally painted as mischievous souls akin to pixies or imps, most stories depict them as clumsy yet congenial spirits who delight in helping mankind with their daily labors. They are said to have sweet tooth in appearance, preposterous, I hear you cry. blah blah blah. Of course, it is true that creatures are not known to still survive in the twins in the modern day. Perhaps their miniature wings carried them to other climes. Perhaps they were hunted to extinction, or perhaps, just perhaps, they do still live among us in a way far from human view. Oh, you were right with that one. Chapter 16, The Fall of the Bearers. From a distance. Yeah, this is the book. We found it. The emergence of the first magic adept was widely heralded as a gift from the gods. Indeed, the title with which those with the gift came to the commonly known is most likely a contraction of bearers of the heavenly blessing. The wording used by the tribunes of the time. Those born with the blessing were lauded as living crystals and granted high office and plentiful rewards for their status as chosen ones. Over the years, this reverence for the kind would become a full-fledged religion led by the bearers themselves, a development that would prove fateful. The diverse nations of the time were unanimous of their disapproval of the founding of the church. While the authorities had for years welcomed the bearers into positions of power in their own structures of state, they were mistrusting of an organization led by bearers for bearers. Efforts were immediately made to chasten the church and its followers, banning members from holding office, evicting adherents from their homes, and breaking up meetings by force. The church responded by forming a volunteer army to resist this persecution, and yet it continued, creating a cycle of ever-increasing bloodshed and rancor, and a growing rift between those born with a blessing and those without. What began with beatings and street clashes would eventually spill over into an all-out war that consumed the greater part of the twins for nigh a generation, and decimated the population of men and bear both. The deluge of blood that stained the land crimson and left an even more lasting mark upon the minds of the Vadistian people. After the bearers' last resistance was crushed, the nation of Vadistia came together to sign the Continental Accord that initiated the system of slavery that persists across the realm to this day. It is a well-known phrase, bearers are other than human, as its roots in the bitter war of the years before, being the unblessed's only excuse for the calamitous refusal to allow the blessed to decide their own destinies. Huh.
This is it. But if what it says is true, I need to get this back to the hideaway.
Oh, we can't teleport because we're gonna be attacked. They're gonna be by the executioners? That wasn't their name. Executors? I don't know. Let's see.
Leaving so soon, stranger?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is.
We've been watching you. From a distance, so to speak.
Subtle. I know who you are.
Then we need not waste time on introductions. Hand me the book.
What book?
Leave it in our care and return to your life.
Your care? Do you mean to burn it or bury it?
That is not my decision to make. But by one means or another, its contents shall be removed from the common record.
Then I'll have to politely refuse. I won't let you erase our history.
Then we find ourselves at an impasse. Very well. The book can just as easily be pried from your dead hand.
Are you like actually stupid? Have you been following me? Like, have you actually been following me? Did you not see me kill millions of...
Let's
not
see,
millions. But like a bunch of behemoths? Not behemoths, sorry. Behemoths. There, get him. We can maybe get him, maybe not. We'll see. Oh yeah, I think he is done for. Nice. 70,000 damage. Is he gonna return? Do we have to fight him now?
Impressive. But we have other means. We shall claim the book yet.
Why do you want it so badly anyway?
It lays out in no uncertain terms the vanity and avarice of mankind. It tells the shameful history of the persecution and oppression of a gifted few by a giftless many. Would you say that this interpretation was correct?
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't know.
You don't know. Your sword may be sharp, but your wits are dull. So let me answer for you. There is no correct interpretation of history. That a series of events took place may be proved beyond a doubt. But there can be no single, immutable explanation as to why they came to pass.
Are you actually like
It is
stupid?
a question of numbers and of belief. If enough people believe that a set of events occurred for a reason, that belief becomes the truth.
So you're trying to control
No, it's
the
still
truth.
a lie.
We are trying to protect people from themselves, from knowledge that would bring them naught but pain. That is all. You may keep the book, for now. The world is small. We shall meet again.
Not if I cut your
Until
head.
then.
Oh my god, you're gonna let him go?
Wait. Damn it.
He couldn't have gone anywhere. What?
Let's get this back to Vivian. Perhaps she can explain what that was all about.
Would have just gotten him before he left, but whatever. A new missive has been delivered to Clive's chambers. Does it come from the executors? No, it's probably from Byron. I'll go read it anyway. Well, no, actually, let's finish the quest. We gotta go back there anyway to read the following quest. Might as well just finish this one.
Vivian,
We got your book.
I found it. The book you lost.
You found it.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Clive. Even though I asked this of you, I was not entirely sure it would be possible. I feared the executors had seized every copy.
Except the
I
one
met
on
with one
Walud.
of these executors, and I convinced him to let me keep it. He told me something. That the truth is just a matter of collective belief. And that if enough people believe a lie, that lie becomes the truth.
It does.
No, it's still a
But it
lie.
also means that the truth is not immutable. That it can be changed. Provided that those who wish to
It
change
just
it
becomes
can
a
convince
public-
enough people
popular
that their
belief, that's all.
perspective is the correct one. As the sad history of the bearers proves.
You said that the book inspired you to become a scholar.
It did. Or its author, rather. She was a heretic, you see. A firebrand and a dissenter. A gallows stood ready for her in every corner of the realm. And by shunning society, or perhaps being shunned by it, she stumbled upon a truth so potent that an entire realm trembled at the prospect of its utterance. I, too, have always felt somehow set apart from the world of men. A stranger to my own species. She taught me that my solitude was not a curse, but a gift. And that, though my journey to the truth might be a lonely one, what I found at my destination would be more than worth the cost.
Do you still feel that way? That you're not one of us?
Honestly, I'm not entirely sure anymore. Since coming to the hideaway, I find my thinking somewhat clouded. Perhaps the result of studying mankind from a rather closer perspective than I had intended. But the more I study, the more I find value in this perspective. In looking not from the outside, but from within. So if you'll permit me, I'd like to continue my work here.
You're
Remember,
permitted.
Clive, when enough people believe, belief begets truth. Give the men and women of this benighted world the gift of truth. Make them believe in you, as I do.
I'll try, Vivian. I'll try.
Why am I tired? It's not even that late. Quest completed. There gonna be a second part? Because we did not get... Oh yeah, scholars bonnet, okay. I was gonna say because we did not get given a curiosity, but we did. New quest is available nearby. Oh, there's a hunt. Let's go. Let's, The new missive has been delivered to Clive's chambers. Let's see what this is. The Wailing Banshee. Breakers came across this creature while searching for survivors near the abandoned village of Garnick. Misled by the abomination's appearance into thinking she might be a local woman, they went to offer their help. But soon it was they who were seeking salvation. The survivors say they can still hear the screams, both those of the White and those of the fallen comrade. So it's just the witch from Left 4 Dead. I'll return in a moment to see what the location was. Oh, I read it. I saw and read it, but already out of my head. See in our missives what have we gotten. So if the quest has a part 2, we should do it right away. Making amends. The Triunity. Bringing together 3 men from different backgrounds was not to be without some difficulty. However, come together we did, for a better Valisthea. The Triunity was but a first step. A longer, more bitter journey awaits us all. One that will almost certainly end in hardship. Yet, what matters most is not the destination, but what we can learn from one another while on the road there. You have paved that road for us with your courage, Clive. Now we must have the courage to walk it, your loving uncle. We do this one first. This one. I think this one because it's probably the continuation of the last quest. Oh, it's Harpocrates. Master Clive, I am aware there are matters of much greater import which demand your attention. But should you find yourself a moment, I bid you visit me in the shelves that I might ask a single favor concerning His Highness, Prince Dion. Sure.
It's usually me making demands of Harpocrates. I wonder what this is about.
However, we will do this quest through the hunt. I just accepted it just to know that that's the next one. Go back to the hunt board, see where it is, and go take out the... Here was a White. The name of the beast. It was somewhere in... Was it Northreach, I think I read? I don't know. Let's ask Nectar. Nectar, where is the beast? Waloed. Garnick Waloed. Okay. I will be right back and we will do the side quest. The hunt immediately. Alright. Off we go to Waloed. Garnick. Wasn't that where we just were? The village that we just were? Garnick? Where is it? Garnick, yeah, exactly. That's where it is. Really? You're gonna make me travel all the way back to the village? Couldn't you just have... Well, you had to do the quest to unlock the hunt, I get that, but couldn't you have just had it there when we started the quest? It would have been a cool fight before and after. Anyway. We gotta charge our Tetsuken before we charge in. We might as well take care of these orcs that have spawned here. That spawn here every time, actually.
This might take a while.
Oh no, he stepped back. No, I'm actually just gonna hit you until I get my Sentetsuken because of that. Probably turn around before we go like too far away. Nice. Now you can all just go away. Nice. We would have gotten the Sentetsuken like a minute ago if it wasn't for the fact that the mage jumped back. There's another enemy over here? What? Oh. Anyway, let's just call Ambrosia and we can go to the village. I don't remember exactly where it is. We can already see it, since we just came from here as well. Is it that flying thing? No, that's a little dragon. Thought it was bigger because it was flying. It looked like it was far away in the distance.
That'll do, girl.
Garnick. Right? Where is the... There it is. Oh, it's one of Benedicta's harpies. Still alive, huh?
This madness lives on.
Armans? What? What rank was this? A, right? A bit of damage, but not that much. I think we can just use all of our other abilities. And they'll recharge by the time that we have a... By the time we stagger the enemy. Hopefully. I think it's already half staggered. Oh, a little bit more than half staggered. No, don't jump back. Okay, nice. I was gonna say, if it jumps back and we miss, I'm gonna be mad. Oh no. I don't care that much about that attack. You can see. There we go. Dodge. How long until our abilities? Well, this one's not gonna be ready. And Blizzard will be ready near the end. Let's just stagger the monster. There, Blizzard's ready. At least we can start recharging our next Tentet token. We can probably even finish charging it if our Gungnir does enough damage or charges it enough. Okay, see, almost there. 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 So close. This attack might kill it. There. Got it. Hunter hunted. Clear the hunt board. Oh, so this was the last hunt. Okay. Nice. We cleared the hunt board. Officially.
Rest in peace.
Wonder what rarity these achievements are. Can I check that on the Steam achievement? In progress? No. My achievements. I'm gonna have to look at. Oh, here it goes. 15% of players have it. And the one we got before, the one about the renown, is 16% of players have it. Good amount, so well, it is a single player game. People generally finish them. It's with the multiplayer games that you find like a lot of like 0.1% achievements. Teleport. But sometimes people don't finish those achievements. A new missive has been delivered to Clive's chambers. Another one? Oh, probably by Vivian. I'll read it after we're done with Harpocrates' quest. And then after Harpocrates' quest, we have one more, which is Karen, I think. And then Joshua's. And it's only been an hour.
Lawsman Harpocrates, I received your note.
Ah, yes. I expect you're wondering what this is all about.
Mm-hmm.
You spoke of making amends with Dion, but I can't imagine what for.
Then I should begin by telling you that I was once his tutor.
Really?
This was some years ago, of course, before I joined Sid in his hideaway.
That I was not expecting.
I was counted among the foremost scholars of Oriflamme, and was accordingly invited to the palace to supervise the young prince's education, all to ensure that the future emperor had a firm grounding in, well, everything an emperor should. History, religion, commerce, government. Alas, our time together was cut short when Dion left to join the Dragoons, his studies no longer being deemed necessary. I had not expected to meet with him again. Least of all
I think they would be necessary.
Have you spoken with him?
No, I have yet to find the right moment. His Highness always seems so preoccupied, especially when alone. I would not wish to disturb his ruminations with idle words of greeting. Not when I know he dwells upon the evil Ultima had him commit in the Dominion.
The guilt weighs heavily on him, I know. But as you say, that was Ultima's doing. Surely you can't blame yourself.
When I first met him, it was not guilt, but his people's expectations that weighed heavily upon him. And I did nothing to ease that burden. He bore it alone. Until the day he could not bear it any longer.
I don't think it was your duty.
It is one of my greatest regrets that I only ever offered him my wisdom, when what he truly needed was friendship. The blame for Dion's transgressions lies not only on his shoulders, but on mine.
I don't think I agree.
I'm ready to help you in any way that I can.
Yeah, but I'll help you anyway, yeah.
Then I beg that you bring me a wild wyvern tail. Apothecaries across the ages agree that even to glimpse such a flower is to be granted inner solace. Fabulists and fraudsters all, of course. But there is oft a seed of truth to be found where even the most outlandish opinions align.
Well, it can't hurt to try. Where can I find this flower? And how will I know it?
You have seen
There'll be 1,000
cultivated
Akashic
wyvern
around
tails
it.
before, I trust. The lily-white blossoms from whose roots the poisonous ink for the brand is distilled. Well, those which grow in the wild differ only in their purple hue. The harsher the environment in which they are raised, the deeper the color. There is a waterfall in Rickmal's Roost across the strait, where the flowers once grew in abundance. Whether they still survive there, I know not. But try as I might, I can find no likelier location.
That's
It's
fine.
all right. I'll find
find
you
you
a
the
wyvern
wyvern
tail
tail.
one way or another.
Thank you, Clive. And please, be safe.
Off to whatever the hell he's... to wherever the hell he sent me. Istla? Tail to tail. Yep. So on Walud, basically. But everything here is dead. So the flower still survives. I wish you could summon chocobos inside towns. Like we would already be... well, we'd be going faster, that's the point. Here we go. Can we cross the chocobo... the bridge? Can we cross the bridge on chocobo? Not the chocobo on bridge. Big bridge, which I think should be reinforced. I mean, it still stands, but if no one reinforces it, it probably will not last much. I should charge my Sentetsuken, but I'm just gonna go to the location. Jump, jump. Balut rifle? I am not messing with that ghoul. Again, they're so annoying.
Seems this place has been flooded twice over. Purple flowers blooming next to a waterfall. Shouldn't be too hard to find.
There's the waterfall.
Thanks,
There's the
Cal.
enemy we're gonna have to deal with, probably. Wonder if I can get good shots with some of these attacks. No, we're gonna need our Sentetsuken. Oh, damn. Yeah, I might as well hit him and charge our Sentetsuken right away. He's already at half HP. Oh my god. We can maybe, probably get our Sentetsuken to go off before he gets back up. Maybe. Oh, nope. Like a second late, but whatever. Second, let me plug my phone in. There we go. I thought I was on Phoenix's flames. There we go. I was gonna charge it again, but why even bother? There's a bunch of them here.
Here they are. Might as well pick enough for a bunch, I suppose.
Yeah, since there's a lot of them. I was gonna say, might as well. Here's your flower, Harpocrates.
Oarsman, I found the flowers you were looking for.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
I think I did.
did indeed. My dear boy, thank you.
You wanted to make Dion a gift of one, did you not? Shall I invite him to join us?
Oh, I don't...
It's no trouble. I'll go and fetch him.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think you should. If what you're looking is to make amends, even though I don't think it's your fault, you should probably just get him in there. Dion?
Your Highness, would you do me the honor of accompanying me?
No. It is time, then.
No, not yet.
No. Only to the shelves. Our lawsman has something he'd like to give you.
Master Harpocrates.
Mm-hmm.
No. I dare not show my face
Oh no,
before
this
him.
one feels guilty as well.
Not after everything I have done. I have taken countless innocent lives. And ruined countless more.
Brother, go
All
talk to
because
the
I was
guy.
weak. I have sworn to atone for my crimes or die in the attempt. But were I to meet with him again, and see in his eyes what I have become, I fear that my resolve might falter.
Then that is all the more reason to do it. Test your resolve. Prove to yourself, and to him, how strong it truly is.
You are right. I must, at the very least, offer him my gratitude. Very well, then. Take me to him.
Follow me.
Even now, I hesitate to approach him. What must he think of me?
Probably not as bad as you think of yourself.
You'd be surprised.
Master Harpocrates, pray, accept my apologies for leaving your tutelage before my studies were complete. Your lessons opened my mind to a world quite unlike the one I had imagined from within the gilded confines of the palace. And I shall be forever grateful for the efforts you made to enlighten me.
Lift up your head, Your Highness. The deeds of youth require no apology. That you took the time to visit me says much about the man you have become. Now, there is something I would like to show you.
Is that a wyvern tail?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he made me go look for that far away.
Unfamiliar to me.
Because it is unique to those found in the wild.
Oh, I think that's
Something in
the
harsh
flower
environment in which they grow lends them
his father had, right?
striking hue. Their roots are indistinguishable from those of their hothouse cousins, but once they bloom, the difference is immediately apparent. In this flower, I see you, Your Highness. Its roots were the roots of a wyvern tail, with all that implies. But they do not define it, just as yours do not define you. I want you to have it that it might remind you of this truth.
Master Harpocrates, I would ask of you a service. Keep your gift until I have fulfilled my duty to the realm. For only then shall I be deserving of it.
This motherfucker.
As you wish, Your Highness. I shall await your return.
He's gonna fucking die, isn't he?
Our roots do not define us. No wonder my stepmother didn't like him.
Yeah, what did you expect?
For reuniting me with memories I had thought long lost.
What did he give us?
I shall not forget this.
Not Gil. But what is it? What did he give us?
Thank you, Clive. Were it not for you, I fear I might never have found the right moment to speak with him. Not to mention the wyvern tales. I shall plant their seeds, that I might not disappoint His Highness upon his return.
I hope the soil in the hideaway is to their liking.
Why, these flowers bloomed in the bleak, black wastes of Waloed. I'm sure Nigel's yard will suit them to a T.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll go.
When it comes to expressing one's gratitude, I find that words are seldom sufficient. Here.
What's this?
We had
Stolas
two
quill.
rewards?
Or more precisely, my Stolas quill. 'Tis said that an owl's feathers are steeped in the wishes it hears over its long lifetime. All those words just waiting to pour out onto the page. So consider this my wish for you. That one day you may put down your sword and pick up that pen.
Well, when that day comes, I'll certainly have a lot to write about. Thank you, Harpocrates.
Well,
It shall have pride of place in my chamber.
I don't know, when they start speaking about a lot of like what's gonna happen after, I think they might die. Stolas Quill, Bahamut's Mercy. Oh, so this is what he gave us. I thought we were gonna get 2 curiosities. Reduces Gigaflare cooldown by 6 seconds. Pretty good. Give me 1 second before we go read the other notes we have. Just 1 second. Okay. There. Now we go back to the missives. We should have 2 more quests. Her quest and Joshua's. If there aren't any part 2s, which there might very well be. Clive, it occurs to me that a single word of thanks does not nearly suffice to express my gratitude for reuniting me from a distance. The tome made me who I am today, and yet I thought that I should never set eyes upon it again. Those who took it from me had forever robbed me of a part of myself, but now I am whole again, thanks to you. I regret that I can only fill in the gap in your knowledge and not the hole in your soul, for which reason I shall ever be in your debt. Okay, and then final missive quest. In case you haven't noticed, your poor hound spends all his time of late on the rear deck whimpering like Gavin his cubs. Something ain't right, and my gut tells me it's not to do with the supply of antelope bones. Huh. Let's see what's up with Torgal again.
What is it this time, Torgal?
Mm-hmm. All the way back there. Huh. I thought it was gonna be here with Karen. We'll see. So if Karen is not the quest giver, well, she was the quest giver, but she's not the one of the second part. What? Who is it gonna be? Probably just Torgal, isn't it? I don't see him here. Be over here.
What you will. Lady Karen has seen us.
What's up, Torgal?
Pining for something, boy. What is it? What do you see out there? I never did ask where you got that anklet of yours.
From Sid, that's why. On the day he brought him home.
That long ago?
And you're only thinking to ask this now? Sid saw that the pup had a habit of gnawing on his leg, since you ask. Clap that there iron on him to keep him from doing it.
What was wrong, boy?
I'll take like as not. Must have been hard on the poor whelp losing his loving masters at such a young age.
Probably, yeah.
Doubly hard in being a frost wolf, torn away from his icons and all. Sid would always tell him, you want that iron gone, you find what it is you're looking for. I reckon what he was looking for was you.
I'm sorry, Torgal. Sorry for making you wait so long. Let's get that thing off you.
I don't think he wants it taken off.
Doesn't sound like he wants it off.
Indeed. You miss Sid as much as the rest of us, don't you?
Oh, is that it?
You want me to go with you somewhere?
Quick, aren't you? Glad you've been paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
Not nearly as much as you have, Lady Karen.
Aye, good thing and all. It's not like Gav would have kept him in nuts and rubbed his belly these past 10 summers.
Your kindness is appreciated. You've been a good friend to him.
Only because he doesn't talk back like the rest of you. Go on now.
I'm sure he does, you just can't understand him.
Where to then, Torgal?
Follow Torgal. I thought he was gonna make us teleport, but maybe it's around the hideaway that we have to follow him? I'm following you.
Alright, Torgal. Where are you taking me? I'm going to need a little bit more than that, boy. Do you have a better hint for me? Unless... you've already given me one. Back on the rear deck, you were looking west. Toward Rosaria.
Alright, so we go to Rosaria.
Why don't we try the rookery? I haven't been to the island in almost 20 years.
The rookery? I don't think I remember.
To Port Isolde, then. Fingers crossed the old mooring is still there.
Where that is? They mean like, there was a crystal somewhere here. This crystal? Here? We've been there. Not so long ago. Before we go there, Torgo, let me charge my Pentetsuken with these Fallens right here.
No mistakes.
Oh no, he dodged. Should have probably hit one of the Revenants and then dealt with these idiots. Also. Oh, I got hit. I thought I was gonna dodge it. Okay, there. That one we did dodge. We're gonna get him? Oh. I'll just get this guy. Damn it. Okay, now I am gonna actually get you. Probably kill him with our other abilities. So as to not waste our Sentetsuken. Yeah, we'll just kill him the old. Anyway, okay, he probably has more life than neutral. Let's just use our other abilities. They'll recharge by the time we finish killing him and get to the wherever we have to go. Yep. Yes. I was gonna say, like, where did the other enemy go? It's the this killed him. Flames of Rebirth. And probably the Diamond Dust. If he hadn't died from just Flames of Rebirth. Go to the rookery, I think the place was called.
It's still here. After all these years. A lot smaller than I remember. And you're a lot bigger. You might have to swim, boy. I wasn't being serious.
Alright, where's the island? Because yeah, this does not look like the one with the crystal.
At all.
Where is this? Oh, it's down here. We come here.
Rookery's right through those trees. Come on.
I don't think
Race you there. I bet I could still beat you.
I don't think we came here before. No, I don't remember this. Story-wise, at least.
Here we are. This was our hideaway. Wasn't it, Torgal?
What is it we're looking for, Torgo? Just look at how
Coming
cute the
here
little
helped me to
Torgo
forget
is.
who I was. Or wasn't. Prince, Shield. Son his mother could love. Had I been any one of those things? Perhaps. What is it, boy? This is all from the castle. In Phoenix Gate. Did you bring these here?
How could he have brought those there? With Sid, maybe?
My sparring sword. Well, well. You never stopped looking for me, did you, boy? Thank you, Torgal. For never giving up. For never forgetting.
The little Torgo is so
Let's take
cute.
this with us, shall we? So I don't forget either.
So how did Torgo get up those stairs? You'd probably have to carry him. He seems very big.
That's not the way back to the boat, Torgal.
Oh, he knows. He wants us to go that way.
All right. I'm coming. I think I know where we're going.
Oh, you can see the whole castle from here, and the... Would that be like a bridge on the right? I don't remember what it was. The pass or the bridge or whatever.
People always talk about the importance of putting the past behind you. But without it, we wouldn't be who we are today. And we certainly couldn't steer our way to a better tomorrow. Come on, Torgal. Let's go home.
$3,000 renown. Charged sparring sword. Cavel's Fang. Increases Torgo's attack potency, and this is just curiosity. Nice. They're gonna teleport us back to the hideaway, or do we have to do that? I think it'll just teleport us. Oh no. It's gonna leave us here. Okay, one more side quest to do. That is, if this side quest, new missive has been delivered. Let's go read it. That is, oh look, Torgo's there with Joshua. That is, if this side quest does not have a part 2. Which it might, there's no way of knowing until we pretty much reach the end of the quest line. Of the quest, not the quest line. Before we depart, Ifrit. Why do you call me Ifrit? Why don't he just call me Clive? You have my sincerest gratitude for reuniting me with Master Harpocrates, that I might embark upon this most important of journeys, my heart free of regret. Though, in these past few moons I have come to realize that the longer I spend in the company of you and your brother, the deeper I find myself in your debt. We must swiftly see to the menace that is Ultima, not to save the world, to save me from an eternity of recompense. Thank you, Clive, for indulging the whims of this doddering old soul. I am ashamed that far too many years I allowed stubbornness and fear to keep me from something so simple as letting a friend know how proud I was of him. Your intervention has lifted a heavy pall from my heart. Perhaps upon your triumphant return from the skies, you might be inclined to set to page that quill I gifted you. There are many of us who would hear a first-hand account of your time with the Holy Prince, myself included. Hippocrates the second. So there's a Hippocrates the first. Oh, I mean, his father, of course. The two of you have been together for what probably feels like a lifetime now, but there is still a lot you have to learn about that hound of yours. He stepped in front of a bloody raging behemoth if it meant protecting you. Yeah, I mean, he's done it before. But that doesn't mean you should take it for granted. At the end of the day, he's a hound, and sometimes he just wants someone to pat his head and rub his belly and give him a handful of kupo nuts. You do better to remember that. Of course. And the final side quest. Or is it the final side quest? Okay, before we do this, I will be right back. Again. Alright, I drank so much water. I drank like 2 whole bottles. Like in... Well, I drank the first one like the first 40 minutes and then I drank the second one. I finished it like 10 minutes ago. Anyway, let's do the final quest. Like, the final side quest.
Joshua, what's wrong? And don't say nothing.
It's nothing.
So what is it?
I've received word from Cyril. The Undying have found Father's will, or something akin to it.
His will? How? Where?
In the crypt beneath Rosalith Castle. After Kupka was kind enough to drive out the Imperials, the Undying took the opportunity to recover what relics of the Duchy yet remained. And in the process of doing so, they found a letter from Father.
I'm surprised anything survived down there.
Cyril asked that I join him in Tabor at my convenience. I have been meaning to go, but... would you join me?
Sure, of course.
Of course. I want to know what's in that letter as much as you do.
Very well. I am ready to leave when you are. Back to Tabor then. Not to be reunited with Yote this time, but with Father.
Well, reuniting is doing a lot of carrying there, but sure. Now let's see what they found.
Your Grace, my lord, I trust your journey was not overly onerous.
What does that mean?
You found a letter from Father?
Yes, I have it here.
If you would do us the honor, my lord.
My beloved sons, I know that I ask much of you in this coming war, but I see no other way to secure the future for our duchy and our family. Yet, even should we succeed in subduing the savage and winning back Drake's breath, the threat of the blight still looms. And only with all of Rosaria's striving as one, we might at last overcome it. I have made plans to see us through, but such are the obstacles that stand in our way. It shall likely fall to you to continue my work. Oh, if only he had known. Know that you have the strength, the courage, and the will to do so. This shall be an arduous inheritance, and so I offer you another, that you might be reminded of the love and the faith that I hold for both of you.
An inheritance?
It would seem the late Archduke penned this missive shortly before his passing.
The day before we left for Phoenix Gate.
What are these plans he spoke of?
His plans for the duchy, Your Grace. Your father entrusted them to my predecessor, the former bearer of the Burning Quill.
And you kept all that information for some fucking reason?
The complete emancipation of bearers is their stated aim. But your father's dream,
which we have pretty much already.
His Grace also spoke of building hospices
taken
to care for those stricken by the curse, and the founding of a new university to further the development of non-magical technologies. With the blight spreading ever more widely across the twins, Archduke Elwyn saw this as the only means of securing Rosaria's survival.
We've done most of that.
To see men and bearers treated as equals. To see centuries of common wisdom overturned. Small wonder he did not think it achievable within his lifetime.
But he thought it achievable nonetheless. Had he not, he would never have written this message. Nor would he have entrusted his vision to his most faithful aides, those who would have stood with you, shielded you from the machinations of the less benevolent personages.
Machinations? Isn't it machinations?
It's a pity only they are still with us.
Or maybe we say it wrong and they say it right.
'Tis true that those most loyal to your father were the first to suffer the Duchess's wrath. But one at least remains, and she has come bearing gifts.
What do you mean?
Mayhap it is better that she explain, my lord. After all, the duties entrusted to me by my predecessor extended only to recovering His Grace's will and arranging a meeting with the one who might execute it, or a part of it at least.
And where is this woman?
She awaits you in the archive, Your Grace.
Thank you, Cyril. Shall we then?
Yep. I mean, what's the other option? Archduke Elwyn's testament. Speak with Archduke Elwyn's aid in the Requiatory.
This is the Requiatory. An archive where we of the Undying collect and collate our findings. Fragments of Ultima's true nature surely lie buried within these pages. We have only to unearth them.
Alright, you're a little late because I'm about to kill Ultima next time, but sure. Also, oh no, I thought that was a treasure. Just, this person.
My lord, Your Grace. I hardly recognize you.
It's been like 15 years, probably, yeah.
I am Goditha, retainer of House Rosfield, loyal servant to the Phoenix and his shields. Your father, the Archduke Elwyn, entrusted me with the delivery of a gift. I only hope you can forgive my tardiness in bringing it to you.
Lift up your head, Lady Goditha. You have our gratitude for your service to our house and to our father.
I merely did my duty, as any proud Rosarian would.
My lady, perhaps you could explain a little more? What exactly is the gift you bring?
As I'm sure you know, it has long been the custom for the children of House Rosfield to be presented with certain keepsakes upon their coming of age.
You're a little late,
Indeed
but
it has.
yeah.
Our father often spoke of the day when our turn would come.
And had he lived to see it, he would have presented you with the treasures I bear. Matching armbands for you both. Alas, he did not live. Indeed, he was taken from us even before they could be completed. He had intended to claim the Heartstone with which each armband was to be finished himself, but it was not to be. And his gifts remain incomplete.
I see.
It saddens me to bring them before you, as they are. It was your father's wish that you be presented with the finished articles, not these works in progress. But with his grace long since gone, and the stone left unclaimed, I had little choice.
You can probably
You
help
are
her
grown
finish
men
them.
now, and his house is yours. And while I would not presume to insist upon your claiming the Heartstone in his stead, I know that nothing would have pleased him more than for you to do so.
Thank you, Lady Goditha.
What say you, Clive?
What else? Of course, my lady. May our father's will be done.
Oh, I am much obliged.
Do you know where we might find this Heartstone, my lady?
I do. Though it may be a matter of a good deal more than simply happening upon it. It is found in the bellies of elder griffins, you see. We do at least know where to find one. A certain specimen has made its nest in Titan's Wake, not far from here.
One final
A
hunt.
certain specimen.
You are most perceptive, Your Grace.
Final hunt. Let's fucking go.
In answer to your unspoken question.
Well, not a hunt, but it's probably
Yes.
a hunt level boss.
In fact, this is the very same beast your father meant to slay. I have been tracking its movements since you were but a boy.
Oh, it's
Were
probably
you to
grown
slay it in
stronger
his
than
stead,
ever.
As men of House Rosfield, it would surely make your father proud.
What say you, Joshua?
What else?
Mm-hmm.
The griffin your father meant to slay is currently nesting in Titan's Wake, not far from here. Slay it in his stead, and claim the Heartstone that he could not.
Thought Joshua was gonna say something, but right, he's following us, so he doesn't get the NPC stuck with the dialogue thing.
Ready, girl? Run like the wind.
All right, let's see what this one last side boss is.
Eyes peeled, Joshua.
I'm not gonna say anything. Also, I shouldn't have looked back. Now I'm gonna grab this item. Even though we don't need any more items or anything. I don't know why I keep going for items. Oh, there it is. Wait, let me see if I can get this item before we fight it. There we go. Good for us.
Rosfield.
What's his name? Stimmerg? I should have charged. Oh no, we haven't charged. Nice. Oh, that did so much damage. This griffin is gonna, like, die. Oh no, wrong. Oh, that was so lucky. I thought we were doing ice. I wanted to do disabilities first. I will save the Flames of Rebirth though. Oh. Jump, jump. Ouch.
I needed that.
Get away from the tornado. We can probably recharge it once more before we stagger the enemy. No, come on. Okay, it's not gonna be charged once more now. Now that we missed that attack, I don't think it's gonna be charged once more. It hit us because we jumped. Come on. Could wait for Dancing Steel to recharge, but it's gonna get staggered anyway, even if we wait for Dancing Steel to recharge, isn't it? Well, I don't know if the friendlies hit staggered, but I waited. Okay, we have it. Now don't jump away. Okay, it canceled our attack, thankfully. Okay, now hit it before he jumps away. Nice. Why is it not at level 5 already? Oh, because we had used it, I forgot. But yeah, charge. No, don't do that yet. No, oh my god, please. There we go. It's gonna die with either this, yeah, either this attack or the next one was gonna kill it anyway. The ice in slow motion looks so good as well. Heartstone.
Is this the Heartstone?
I expect Lady Goditha will know.
Oh, back to Tabor.
Thank the Founder you were safe. The Griffin is slain then?
And the Heartstone claimed.
Oh, 2 Heartstones. Okay, 1 for each bracelet. I was gonna say, like, are you gonna split one into 2, or what are you gonna do?
Master, like frozen flame. It is just as your father described it. Thank you, my lord. Your grace. Your father would be so proud.
Lady Goditha, the lapidary is ready.
Thank you, Cyril. I will be with him shortly. If you would excuse me, I shall have the stone cut and set forthwith.
Oh, so they're gonna cut it. I was gonna say, like, we need 2, but we did get 2 of them. Or maybe I already had one, and that one is just from the quest.
The armbands are complete. Pray,
then you get an armband. You make 2 because you cut the stone in half.
After all, Heartstone is harder and more enduring than garnet, or even ruby. It symbolizes unwavering will and devotion. And the graven vines encircling the stone represent the unbreakable bonds between you.
It's a message. Father knew we had enemies both inside and outside the duchy. Enemies who would thwart his vision. Only with unwavering devotion would it ever be realized.
And only if we stood together, as Phoenix and Shield, as brothers in arms. Only then might those enemies be overcome.
Indeed. His Grace knew the enormity of the task he would entrust to you, his heirs. But this was more than just a message. It was a promise. That he would always be with you.
Thank you, Lady Goditha, for remaining the steadfast custodian of our father's will.
Forgive me, my lady, but there is something I don't quite understand. The Undying told me that after Father died, Mother claimed all of the ducal treasures for her own. Even if the armbands were incomplete, she would surely not have overlooked them. So, how were you able to keep them from her?
Because I was the keeper of the vault. Though I was but a lowly servant, your father spoke to me of his intentions for the bands.
Yeah, I was gonna say, she probably just took them.
Both of you, and his hopes for your future. In the days before the disaster at Phoenix Gate, I discovered that the Duchess had ordered her jewelry be sent away from the castle. It was then that I knew she meant to betray us.
And you didn't say anything?
I tried to warn your father, but it was too
Okay,
late.
okay.
When word of the fire reached Rosalith, I knew my time was short. So I took up the armbands and I fled into the night.
And thank the Founder you did.
Yet my duty to your father was incomplete. Not knowing what else to do, I followed the Griffin, thinking I might claim the Heartstone on its passing. And so my pursuit continued, until Lord Cyril appeared before me. He informed me that His Grace's will had been recovered, and that his sons were alive and well.
Lady Goditha, on behalf of my father and all the people of Rosaria, I thank you for your loyal service.
As do I.
Thank you, my lord. Your Grace, for coming back to us. For giving my service meaning. I remain your faithful servant, my lord.
Alright, we gotta exit now to continue the quest. I guess, yeah, I was gonna say, I guess there's a cutscene or something.
Suit you well.
Do we even have them on? I didn't
Must
see
be
them.
gratifying to finally receive the inheritance that was denied you for so long.
It is. And we thank you for the part you played, Cyril.
If you would permit me to play my part a little longer, might I suggest that you make your way to your father's memorial atop Hawk's Cry Cliff? Let him see that you have received his blessing, and that his vision lives on in you.
I suppose it would be churlish not to.
Mm-hmm,
What do you say, Clive? Shall we pay your father a visit?
I think we
Why
should.
not?
I was hoping to be able to offer him my thanks before we left for Origin.
Your father's helm is enshrined there. It has been since the day we recovered it from Phoenix Gate. I prithee claim it, for it too is a part of your inheritance, and I do not doubt that your father would prefer it in your hands than perched upon some lonely rock.
Makes sense. I was gonna say also, this is probably just a one-part quest. So it is the final quest. That we know of. Some quests have a... like it unlocks another quest.
Come on, Clive. He's waiting.
Over in... I was gonna say Rosaria, right? Hawk's Cry Cliff? What was the name of this place? Hawk's Cry Cliff, yeah. I was gonna say I read it and immediately forgot.
Unwavering will and an unbreakable bond. Do you really think we're strong enough?
To save the world? Of course. To have overcome Father's political enemies? That I'm less certain. Especially knowing what we know now. What Mother was truly capable of. But perhaps these bands would have helped. Knowing he was with us would have made all the difference.
The fighting music while we are traveling through here.
It's just back there.
Okay, here we are. I think we've seen this place before, right? I think I came once back and was like, what is this? And then left. I think. Not sure. Maybe not.
Father always fought for what he believed was right. It wasn't until that night at Phoenix Gate that I realized I had never fought for anything. I always had someone else to do the fighting for me.
No matter how fate conspired against him, he never lost heart, never looked back, never stopped fighting. To me, he was the greatest of men. I've been trying to live up to his ideals ever since.
We all have, Clive. We all have. And we'll keep trying. Because that's what he would have wanted.
It's a miracle no one has stolen that helmet they put there.
What he would have done himself. Even if it meant standing against the very gods in the heavens.
That's literally what we're doing, Clive.
I shall be borrowing this, Father, if I may. That you might watch over us as we follow in your footsteps.
Classic.
We won't lay you down.
Back to the hideaway, I guess?
Onward then.
Onward. To the end.
And to a new beginning.
Rusted battle helm. Curiosity. They'll probably want to make us teleport back to the hideaway. Joining hands with Joshua. Joshua has joined Clive's party and will remain with him until departing for Origin. Alright. Yep, there's one more. I really thought that the quest was gonna have a second part, but this makes sense anyway. A new missive with a new quest. Alright, let's see what it is. Now this one should be the final side quest. The real final side quest. Before DLC, if you count those as side quests. Concern for Jill. No, the wages of fate first. Do you remember what you told me that night at Phoenix Gate? That with the fate of Rosaria sits on... That while the fate of Rosaria sits on my shoulders, the fate of its dominance sit upon yours. But are we not both dominants of fire? Does not the flame of our forebears burn in both our hearts? Should I not protect you as you have protected me? You have chosen to be my shield. Now let me choose to be yours. It is not what our father wanted, what Sid wanted. To cast aside fate and forge our own paths. Grant me this, Clive. Let me be your strength. Okay, what's up with Jill? Oh, and it's Joshua. Though her icon brought her much suffering, the loss of Shiva weighs heavy on her heart, and we would be poor friends indeed if we not seek to lighten that burden, even but only a fraction before we depart for the skies. I will speak on this more in private. Okay, let's see what Jill needs.
If Joshua's worried about Jill, I should go and speak with him.
I mean, she still have some of the powers. We saw her use them, same as Dion. Priceless is the name of the quest, huh? Torgo's still here? There he is.
Joshua, I read your message. You're right. Jill is different. I don't think I'd realized how different, but since we returned from Drake's spine, I've felt it more and more.
I suppose it's not hard to imagine why.
She doesn't think she belongs anymore.
And that's why we need to remind her she is still one of us. To let her know that we still need her, now more than ever. That you still need her. But
is that not obvious?
That? When last we were truly close, we were but children.
Of course. Do you remember the time we accompanied Father on his annual tour of the Duchy? And Jill and I broke from the procession to ride up Man's Hill.
To see the snow daisies, I remember. It was the first time Father had allowed us to join him. And when he realized you were missing, he had the entire retinue down to the pot boys combing the countryside.
Yep.
In the rain. A thunderstorm forced us to take refuge in a grove of oaks before we'd even made it halfway there. It was the Lord Commander who finally found us, and needless to say, he was none too pleased.
Then it seems you and Jill have unfinished business.
Oh, so they never made it to the top?
Man's Hill. It's not that far.
Oh, true. Though I suspect it is also much changed. Little in southern Rosaria remains as it was when we were children.
You're saying I should go and scout the area for bandits?
I'm saying we should first go and see if there are actually still any snow daisies left.
Yeah, that seems like a good idea.
What would you do without me, Clive? I can't say my travels ever took me back to Man's Hill. I'm curious to see how it has fared.
Okay, so it is a part 2 for the last quest. It's just not focused on Joshua, it's focused on Gil. It's right here, next to the obelisk. Thankfully, we don't have to run so far. No daisies here, they're all dead.
This is the place, but...
Good thing
sorry,
we came
Clive.
to see first.
There's nowhere been spared. What do we do now?
We keep looking. Man's Hill cannot be the only place where snow daisies grow.
Perhaps, but... it's the only place I know of. Knew of.
Then why not ask someone who might know of another?
Someone in the backyard? To the hideaway, then.
You made me come here to go back to the hideaway? Come on. It's not like it takes a bunch of time anyway. It was just teleporting right to the...
Let's hope one of the gardeners knows where to find snow daisies.
to the obelisk and then just taking a couple steps to the left. Let's see, by snow daisies, I think they're white, right? Else, why are they called snow daisies? Is Judge Lord Torgo with us? Nope, we go alone. Let's see, how's the garden doing? Wow, the garden has a lot of plants and fruits and things growing. It's...
Oh, what brings you down from the heavens, Sid?
I need your advice. Joshua and I are looking for a place where snow daisies grow. Preferably in abundance.
Snow daisies. Then you'll want somewhere not too hot and not too cold. And where the winds are
Really?
strong enough to carry the
Not
seeds.
too cold?
I reckon Man's Hill would be a good place to start. There in the Royal Meadows, perhaps? Both have similar climbs and the right elevation. If the Blight hasn't claimed
Well,
them
Man's Hill is taken, but the
Right.
Royal Meadows might not.
Thank you.
Let's go check that place out.
Did you learn where we might find our flowers?
The gardener here mentioned the Royal Meadows in Sambrak.
Ah, the fields beyond Northreach. Well, if that's the case, then Yote was right. I recalled that she kept a record of our travels, you see. So I asked her if she'd perhaps noted anywhere that snow daisies grew, and she mentioned Oilefeist Bay.
Whose shores border the meadows. Off we go then.
The winds that blow across the Royal Meadows from Oilefeist Bay are strong indeed. Strong enough for snow daisies, it seems.
Alright. Where's that? Holy shit, it's all the way over here. Pretty close to Northreach. We fought a hunt there, didn't we? Pretty sure we did.
And now might I help the garrison today?
As always, we gotta cut through the veil. Well, I think the Vale is that place specifically.
Looks like you've got a thirst.
This is... Northreach? Oh, this place has another name, doesn't it? Or maybe it's just... maybe it is Northreach. I don't
Haven't seen
remember.
any of those beastly blue eyes. Do be careful.
I will.
Alright, we can summon Ambrosia. This game looks so good. It being as graphically intense as it is, it's still so good. Goodbye, Raptor. We're not fighting you this time.
Where do we even start?
Yote mentioned the coastline. We can start there.
Hit the coastline, so this way, right? Those are royal daisies, I reckon. No, daisies, sorry. Hey, at least there's a fight in the quest. Not all talking. Oh no. We're not gonna hit the flying beast, so I don't know why he even tried. Here we go. They're all dead. Nice. Yeah, see, they're white. Something else, Torgo?
What do you see, boy?
Oh, a Minotaur. Qualifies the bull in this case. Whatever. Basically a Minotaur. Also, might as well use the other abilities. While we stagger him and charge up our Sentetsuken. Well, that almost staggered him. Yep, this is gonna stagger him, but hopefully we get our level 5 Sentetsuken. And then we just charge another one right away. Oh, actually, we use these abilities and then charge the other one right away. What are the new enemies that are approaching? Oh, they'll just die in the second Sentetsuken. No, wait. Or they'll be used to charge the second Sentetsuken. That sounds even better. Ouch. Thankfully we were already attacking. No, no. Well, come on. Get him. Yeah, are you gonna let me cast or not? There, cast the thing. Just stagger him. I think this will stagger him. Close, but not quite. Might as well just cast it. Oh, well, worked out. Thought it killed him. Thought that hit killed him because he was so low on HP as well.
That was harder than I expected.
There are the snow daisies.
But Founder, it was worth it. They're beautiful.
Do you think Jill will like them?
Sure.
She'll love them. Come on. Let's go.
Let's go fast before any other Minotaurs make this place their home. Okay, now don't crash, goddamn game. For a second I thought like, oh no, please don't tell me it crashed.
It appears my work is done. The rest, as they say, is up to you. Well, you and the skies. We wouldn't want another thunderstorm now, would we?
See what I was telling you yesterday, that sometimes the game crashes for no reason and sometimes it doesn't crash. I think we had even like a 5-hour stream where it just didn't crash. Today it didn't crash, other days it hasn't crashed. Some days it's like 20 minutes in it crashes and then doesn't crash again, and there's no way to pinpoint what causes the crash unless it was like a performance thing, but it's almost always crashed in different places, and it's even crashed just in like the quest received, quest rewards thing. Jill,
Jill, there's something I'd like to show you.
There is? And where might this something be?
It's not here.
Sunbreak.
Now, I know this is sudden, but how would you fancy a trip to Oriflamme?
He didn't even wait for her to answer.
There are so many. This is what you wanted to show me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what to say.
You don't need to say anything. The smile on your face is enough. We've been worried about you, Joshua and I. Do you remember when I took you to Man's Hill? Or tried to?
How could I forget? You saw me crying and thought a change of scenery might lift my spirits. In the end, it earned me a nasty cough and a stern scolding from your mother. But I felt wonderful nonetheless.
I'm sorry. I had no idea what I was getting us both into. But I couldn't bear to see you like that.
Before we left, my chambermaid told me she'd overheard your mother talking about my marriage prospects with some of the noblewomen at court.
Mm-hmm.
They were debating whether it would be more profitable to marry me off to one of the high houses instead of saving me for the ducal line. No one thought to ask me what I wanted. I was nothing to them. A pawn at best. I felt so trapped. So lonely.
I didn't know.
Why would you?
But I wasn't alone. You were there. Your hand in mine as we ran for those oaks. And I knew then, no matter what happened, I would be all right. I'll never forget that feeling.
Oh, look at Torgo.
Before we broke camp, the morning after the storm, do you know what I did?
No? What?
I slipped away from my governess to climb the tor. And from there I saw a sea of petals, all reaching for the sun. And I realized that No matter how terrible the night, dawn would always come. That you would always come for me. And you have. Again and again.
Where do you see us? When all this is over?
I don't know. Not here, though. I think I've outgrown the twins.
Well, the hideaway isn't in the twins anyway.
Everything we've been through. The realm just seems so small. I'll need some space to spread my wings.
Then that's what you'll have. And I'll stop at nothing to see that you do.
Okay, at least he's not stupid as last time and didn't kiss her. Well, last time he did, but all the times before that.
I never was much good at garlands. But it'll have to do.
Yeah, just the fact that you made that is impressive. I have no idea how you would make that.
Clive. For this, the flowers, for everything. It's exactly what I needed. You are my treasure.
That's very screenshot worthy.
We should probably be getting back. I expect the others are wondering where we are.
You're right. There's still much to do.
Well...
And we'll do it together.
Everything else was done. It's just the final... Well, no. There's DLC, okay. You're right, Clive. There's much to do. Priceless. Good name for the quest. Snow Daisy Garland, Shiva's Kiss. That's actually pretty good, even though that ability recharged quickly enough. Wonder if there's any that we have not gotten, and if there has been, how do you get them? So I think we've gotten them all. Let me guess, he joined the party? Yep. Joining hands with Jill. Jill has joined Clive's party and will remain with him until departing for Origin. Here we go. The DLC. Echoes of the Fallen questline. Any questline, Echoes of the Fallen, is now available with speaking with Karen at her stall in the hideaway. The Rising Tide. Any questline, The Rising Tide, is now available by inspecting the reading table in Clive's hideaway chambers. Party makeup has changed. Where is Joshua? Wasn't he supposed to be with us? Okay, whatever. I guess maybe he didn't come because of the quest or whatever. Nice. Alright, I think that was actually very good that we left those two quests for last because they're very good closer quests. Party makeup has changed. Okay, so now Joshua's with us. New missive has been delivered to Clive's chambers. Because of the Fallen questline is available nearby. A Rising Tide quest is available nearby. Okay, so there is a normal letter here. Let's read that letter and we'll leave the other one unread. Unmarked, yeah. Let's leave that one unread. Feels like a lifetime ago. It was a lifetime ago. That afternoon on Men's Hill was our very first adventure, but somehow I knew even then that it would not be our last. I will never forget that day, and the simple fact that you have not either fills my heart with a joy so fierce I cannot describe it. Since the moment we first met, you have always been an important part of me. The half that makes me whole. When times are darkest, you are my light. When I am lost, you are my guiding star. You are just what I needed. You are all that I need. You are the greatest gift, Jill. Nice. Now let's see all the items that we have collected so far. Because I didn't check this, because I wanted to check it when everything was done. All those side quests. Wall of Memories. We're missing one thing. What is the one thing that we're missing? Come on, how are we missing one thing? I'm gonna have to Google it. Because it might have been from the quests before the second time skip. Last item is Googled a lot. Someone says 2 memories are still missing. Well, the one on the far right is forbidding all chronolith trials. There's the answer. Nice. What the fuck is a chronolith trial? Is that what we have not unlocked over here at the monolith? The one that... Actually, if I hadn't read that, I would have never remembered that over by the... Sorry, a redstone, not monolith. That this has to be like a New Game Plus thing. Hall of Virtue Arcade stage. This is probably Chronolith Trials or whatever, and then Appearance. Anyway, we'll where do we end? Up here. Just remember to save our game. And yeah, we did all the side quests. Almost all the side quests. We missed 3 that were before the second time skip because I did not know that they were gonna go away. Anyway, doesn't matter. Let's save. Tomorrow we'll be doing the DLC, one of the DLCs. And we'll split the DLCs, one for each day. Depending on how long they are, you know, like one individual streams for each DLC basically. And then we'll do them in release order. So I'll do DLC because they're like the obvious way to do them, right? Like you don't do the DLC that came second first usually. So we'll do the, I believe it's Echoes of the Fallen and then a Rising Tide. I think so, I'm not 100% sure, but that's what we're gonna be doing tomorrow. One of those, whichever came first. Yeah, as always, thank you for watching. Have a good day or have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow for Final Fantasy XVI DLC, Echoes of the Fallen. Or the other one, which I already forgot the name, but I think it's Echoes of the Fallen. Anyway, whichever came first. For now, I am out.